It's the Vibe with Tanya Rad and EJ, and I'm really excited to introduce our next up artist of the week, Camino. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I'm really excited because I discovered you fairly recently and just immediately got hooked into your sound. And I was reading up about you and I saw that you started out kind of doing the rap, like rapping,
Yeah,
and it
I
didn't work
guess.
out for you. And now you describe your sound as soulful pop. I kind of want you to talk about that journey of just like not giving up.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was rapping. I loved rapping. I love rap music. I always have and always will. So I grew up in Mississippi, and everybody around me was making rap music. They weren't making pop music or anything that I really actually liked for real. So I was just around a lot of rap music. So I naturally just started making rap music. And I liked Lil Wayne, and he was huge at the time. And he made great music. But, I guess, I mean, rap is pop music nowadays pretty much. But, it's kind of, it's made its way. But yeah, for me, it was just, I wanted to really sing. I wanted to show off my vocals more. I wanted to do more stuff that I actually enjoyed doing. I mean, rap music's great. I love it with all my heart, and I'll probably end up doing another, you know, rap stuff later in my career. I just personally just like doing more soulful stuff. I mean, being from the South in Mississippi, it's just a lot of soul and a lot of just music there as well. So, as far as like the gospely sound, so that's kind of how I guess that's how I transferred. I don't know. I don't think I really ever changed. It's still in me, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't say changed, but I think like so your EP Burning Fire came out in April of 2021. But this isn't like new for you. Like you've been at this for a while. And I feel like people that are listening, I think it's encouraging to hear stories of I've been at this for a while and you just have to kind of keep doing what you believe in because eventually something is going to stick.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, people always say it takes 10 years to make it in the music business. That's what I always hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've always heard as far as like being an artist. And so I've put in my 10 years. I mean, I was homeless in Atlanta trying to make music at the studio. I mean, this was years ago. I mean, I was signed to a plethora of people on my way to where I am now. I was once signed to Akon. I was once signed to his brother Boo. I was once signed to uh, Columbia Records at one point, and now I'm at Def Jam. I've been all over the place. So it's just,
Same thing happened to Katy Perry.
well, yeah, and
Yeah.
Lady Gaga and a lot of other people. A lot of
Hmm.
people. You just kind of you got to navigate until you find where you're comfortable and who really understands your music the best, and who wherever you feel like you have the best team. And Def Jam's been incredible for me. They've been the best, so I love it. But it's not been. People always, it takes 10 years to make it look like it happened overnight. So,
Totally.
but
I
that's not what happened.
Yeah. And you talked about, being homeless and in Atlanta and, trying to find a recording studio to make music. What was the drive? Like what was the passion that kept you going through that? Because, I think it's really easy to kind of give up. It could have been a lot easier probably for you to give up.
I mean, yeah, it would have been a lot easier, but I would have regretted it the rest of my life. I'd come too far. There's no, I don't know. My dad didn't raise me to be like that. My mom didn't raise me to be like that. I mean, I had started it and I was gonna finish it, and whatever that may be, even if I fail, that's fine. I don't care. I wanted to win so badly, and I still do. And so, I guess it's just a drive inside of me just to not quit. I want my last name to be a legacy. I wanna die a legend, I guess. I refuse to quit. So yeah, I mean, it's just you gotta not stop. I mean, people don't realize how much sacrifice really goes into all of this, and really like, being a new artist and trying to break through and trying to, you know, find a hit record and put it out and promote it the right way and meet the right people. It's not what you think at all. I mean, this world is cruel, and you just gotta kind of find your way through and keep pushing.
Yeah, and you've had a unique experience with it because this EP came out. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and again, like we're coming out of it, but still, you're still not really able to go and tour and play shows and things like that. How are you able to connect with fans right now?
Via Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
going crazy on Instagram.
Do you have any plans to tour, like do any shows coming up?
See, I don't know. I guess doing Zooms and stuff like this. But yes, I am touring. I have it all planned. It's all coming soon. I'm not ready to announce it yet because it's not like all the way done. But I did just do sign with UTA. I'm very excited. Um, we have a
That's
lot of
fun. I'm
plans.
with UTA too.
Oh yeah, big wins. Yeah. No, but I love it. Yeah, I just signed with Mike G over at UTA. He's great, and we are putting together the tour right now. So it's just a matter of I just did that like a week and a half ago. So I just
Congratulations.
thank you. I've been meeting with a lot of people, so it's been like crazy. But once I finally locked it in, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go now.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see you live. That's just throwing that out there when you do announce and we get some LA shows. I'm excited to see you.
Yeah,
But I do want to talk about the single Burning Fire because I heard the song and it just like did something to me internally. Like I had like a physical reaction to the song and I just felt totally in love with it. And what's really interesting is what I get from the song and when I heard the lyrics, I related to something in my life that's completely different than what you wrote the song about, which I find to be such a beautiful thing about music. So I want you to talk about why you wrote this song and then I'll tell you what I thought the song was about.
well, it's funny you say that. I mean, even my lawyer, who is Doug Davis, is Clive Davis's son. His wife walked down the aisle to Burning Fire, and I thought that that was crazy because I was like, that's not what the song was about at all. So, but I get it. I can see how somebody could take it that way, and that's the power of music, like you said. But originally, I'd wrote the song about my aunt and uncle and their love of like 65 years. My uncle was like, I used to spend my summers there in Yazoo City, Mississippi, and it was like really country, and like he worked on a farm. We had a big pig farm, and he was like a hardworking guy. I really looked up to him, man, a few words and stuff like that. And I just kind of in the summers I would go spend time with them, and just the way that they would always interact with each other. My aunt and uncle, I'd never really seen like they still loved each other so much after so long, and it was crazy. Like I mean, especially nowadays, I feel like everybody gets divorced all the time, so it's just like crazy to see somebody just stick it out. And they had like a double wide trailer. They didn't really have much, but they had each other and they like loved it. And it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. So when my aunt passed away from cancer about 4 or 5 years ago, I wanted to tell a story from my uncle's point of view, who had, like I said, just lost the love of his life, and I guess you can say his best friend. And,
Mhm.
that's the only person he really confided in and spoke to. I mean, even when she passed, he was still kind of recluse and very quiet, and just farmed all day from the morning until nighttime. And I used to wonder what was going through his brain. Like I was used to say to myself, like, I wonder what he's thinking. Like I can't. I mean, I can only imagine. So I, I guess you could say I took a leap of faith and kind of wrote a song from his point of view. But also, I mean, I was actually super sad myself. I mean, it's my aunt,
Yeah, of course.
so it was the closest person to me to die at the time. Like I'd never really experienced death for real, and like on that scale, I guess you hear about it and stuff until it happens to you very close, and you're like, wow, that person's actually gone.
Mhm.
So when I wrote the song, I guess I was emotional as well, and I know I'm emotional. I'm a Pisces baby, but
Oh, you are?
yeah, so. Uh,
That's yeah, I get that because I'm a Cancer and so we're both water signs. So
yeah, so I'm super emotional
we
as it is. Yeah.
yeah, we are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, so I wrote the song and I was nervous to put it out at first. For me, it was like a healing record, like therapy. I was just kind of like, I want to just get this out of my body. So I stopped thinking about it because it would just take me over. Like I was just get really sad for no reason. I didn't want to go do anything. So I just made this song to like kind of get all my emotions out. And this is where it gets really sad, I know. About like 2 months ago, my uncle passed away, who I made the song about. And I
I'm
actually got to play
so
him the record though.
sorry.
Yeah, it that sucks a lot. But I got to play him the record before he passed, and he gave me his blessing, and he loved it and said that's exactly how he felt. And for somebody who never speaks and is a super, old country guy that works on a farm, for him to appreciate something I had created, his nephew who just ran around his farm as a kid, and then him to give me his blessing, it was the greatest thing in the world, and he gave me the confidence to go share it with everybody in the world. And for the longest time, I was so worried. For the past, I've had this song done for years, and I was so worried about putting it out because I was like, I hope people like it. But when I got to play it for him, and he gave me his blessing, I didn't care if people liked it anymore. I was like, I'm just gonna put it out. I'm happy with it. I love it. I did
That's
what I needed to,
so,
and I just hope it helps and heals other people. And so far, it has been. The love I've been getting is absolutely undeniably amazing. I don't know how to explain it. Just from you to a million other people that have talked to me, it's just been amazing. They just tell me the craziest stories. I love it.
that's really, I'm so sorry about your uncle. And it's very recent. And so I know it's probably, it's very fresh and very difficult for you.
Mhm.
But how wild. Isn't there a lyric in the song about, you said you wrote it from your uncle's point of view about your aunt. And
Correct.
there's like a lyric about like I'll see you someday. You're waiting for me,
Yeah.
like I'll be there someday.
Yeah. We could. Yeah. We could burn like evergreen. We could fire up every tree. Walking down on evergreen, I see you and you see me. It's kind of like the heaven thing. I'm a Christian,
Yeah,
obviously, so I just I believe in all of that, and uh, so I just imagine that that's what he would do to see her face again, kind of situation.
that's
And
so very powerful.
I cried making it.
I bet. I cried
Ironically,
listening to it. And
I
then
cried recording it. Yeah, it was a lot. And
yeah. But
then when I
that's so
perform
that's
all the
how
time,
beautiful that like so many people are connecting to it and you know being able to kind of see their story through it.
yeah, that's probably been my favorite part. Like I said, just people reaching out and saying how they felt about it it makes it all worth it. It just makes
Mhm.
it makes you feel like, I mean, I actually did something that people love and they appreciate and they get it and it helps them. So for me, it's I can't ever figure out the word for this. Me and Sonny talk about it all the time, but it's like I guess I'm just, what is it when you just have no word? I guess I'm just speechless. Yeah,
Flabbergasted,
yeah, something like that.
speechless.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do. I'm just kind of like, people are like, "Hey, oh my God, I love your song. It's so amazing." I'm just, thank you. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
Gotta get used to it
it's overwhelming. It's
because more
amazing.
overwhelming because more is coming. I'm sure of it for you. But
Well, I hope,
it's pretty wild because I when I heard the song, I related it to a breakup because I feel like that's also a form of loss, and so I totally thought it was about a breakup. And my heart is like, I'm a Cancer. So I'm very emotionally charged. And the lyrics were so spot on to a breakup that I just experienced. And so
mm,
it was like really, really wild when I found out that it wasn't about a breakup, but it's like, it just goes to show you loss is a universal thing, heartbreak, loss. It's all kind of the same. You're losing somebody, like somebody's gone
yeah.
from your life.
And that's what I want the song to be. I don't want it to be generalized to what I made it to be. That's
Right.
just how I made it. That doesn't mean that's what it is. What it is, it's a record about loss. However, it ties to you, however it affects you and feels to you, then that's what it's about. I don't tell people, or want people to have to try to figure out like, oh, well, I feel like this, but he really wrote it like that. Like, no, it's I mean, I get it. I get it. I completely understand it. Loss is different for everyone.
Mhm.
So, I can't imagine. I'm sorry about your breakup. That sounds horrible. I had a
It's
terrible
okay.
one myself, so I get
Okay.
it. I made a whole album. It's great.
Yeah, I'm like I did some good things in the aftermath of it in terms of for myself. So there are good and bad that come from heartbreak, but yeah, it's rough. And I'm really
Very,
really sorry
very
about your
rough.
uncle.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He's in a better place. The
Yeah,
breakup, I
and
don't
he's
know.
with her.
Yeah, I don't know if the breakup will be. It's not like going to heaven. You gotta,
Right.
you gotta, you gotta find you another piece of heaven.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were actually just talking about, we've been talking before we started the Zoom, we were talking about, artists and things that we're doing now. Do you have any plans? Like, are there any artists out there right now that you would want to work with in the future?
Yeah, I've been there's a lot of artists that, okay, so I get this question a lot. There's a lot of artists that I want to work with, and then I've reached out to a lot of people to work with them, and now I think I actually am going to work with them. So I almost don't want to jinx it, but I'm just
Oh,
going to
because you
say the
haven't
ones
like
I know
done it
for.
yet.
Yeah, but I am going to say some that I want to work with that I know I can't get in touch with. I want to work with Adele. I want to do like a duet or something. That would be incredible to me.
That would be
And
incredible.
yeah, and then I want to do stuff with like Billie Eilish. She's incredible. And Khalid. I really like Khalid's music a lot. He
I
makes
do
some
too.
He has a good croon, a good voice. He's really amazing. And just and to be honest, I also have this rocker side of me from a kid. So I just love everything Travis Barker and Omir Fetty and Machine Gun Kelly are doing right now. It's unreal. So I mean they're they're like reviving pop punk music, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's like
Pop
coming
punk.
back. And Mod Sun and Avril Lavigne, they're all coming and doing this thing, and it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I was such an Avril Lavigne stan when I was younger.
No,
I
she's
would listen
back.
to her songs and just cry.
Yeah, she's back. So it's time. I feel like we're gonna get an album. I hope. I love all that stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I just, I want to work. I just want to get in that camp and be like, you guys, whatever you're doing, I want in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Everybody listening, you can check out Burning Fire. Camino's EP is out now, and stay tuned for a live tour
yeah,
and
more coming
everything
soon. Album
coming
coming
soon.
soon. Yes,
When is the album coming?
is coming at the end of the year, and I'm very excited. And it's amazing. And the EP was cool, but the album is amazing.
Awesome.
And, everybody says you have your whole life to make your first album. So this one is crazy. And you thought you were emotional on that song. Just wait.
Okay. Well, what a tease.
Yeah, it gets crazier. So
Well, thank you, Camino, for taking the time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are great. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.